The lupa nama. Yeah, this part you can cut out. So the next question is, how long is the trek for Maliau Basin? Very interesting question. In totality, for 5 days, you will be trekking almost 44.5 km from the starting point all the way back to the starting point. You will cross Ginseng Camp, you will cross Nephentes Camp, and you will cross 5 different waterfalls. If you complete the whole loop, you would have walked within that 5 days about 44.5 kilometers. And trust me, although it seems very long, it's very, very doable. So the next question is, which is the waterfall that you will be crossing? So for the Maliau Basin Trek, you'll be crossing 5 amazing waterfalls. On day 2, you'll be crossing actually 3 different waterfalls, which is the Takuk Akuk waterfall, the Fauzi waterfall, and also the Gilok waterfall, which at Gilok you can actually swim, the other 2 you can't. The next day, you will be crossing Maliau Falls, which is the highlight of the trip. And on the last day, you will be heading to Ginseng waterfall, which is very nice as well. Each waterfall is different by itself, and it's very distinct in both its height and also the formation of the rocks around the waterfall. So this next question is actually very popular. Why is the water brown color at Nephentes Camp? So if you all don't know, the water that we are drinking at a campsite called Nephentes Camp is actually brownish in color. The common question is it safe to drink? And the answer is yes, it's safe to drink after you boil it. So that's the water that we drink for the next for 2 days at Nephentes Camp actually. But the reason why it's actually brown is because of this. We actually asked the guide, and according to our guide, the water is reddish brown due to the high concentration of dark brown humic acid, which causes low light penetration and acidic pH value of 4.3 to about 5. And here's a fun fact. That is why after a few days within the basin, using the water for washing and washing your body, you're actually left with smoother skins. And they kind of believe that that is the fountain of youth. And I mean, I came out and I didn't feel my skin to be any smoother, but if you're going into Maliau Basin, just make sure you consume more and wash more of your skin, so maybe you'll get younger skin, I don't know. Can you get porters during your trip in Maliau Basin? And the answer is yes, depending on availability. During our trip, we had porters for our team as well, for some of the team members, and usually they were charged by kilogram. So for example, they were charged a standard rate for each kilogram of things that they are carrying. But of course, every single porter has a limit. Usually they limit the items that they carry at 30 kilo per porter because they have their own bags to carry as well. The next question is, what are some of the items that you will need for Maliau Basin? For me personally, I made a video for the 5 items that I really wanted to bring for Maliau Basin, and you can check it out over here. But for me personally, just a quick summary, I would definitely bring my trekking pole because of the long distance. I would definitely bring a pair of leech socks because of the amount of leech that you will face in Maliau Basin. I will bring water bladder just to make it easier. What I did not bring and what I wish I brought was a raincoat because it's a really thick rainforest, so rain comes in very, very fast, and I didn't have a raincoat to put in. And last but not least, I really wish I brought my sleeping bag because it's actually quite cold at Maliau Basin when you sleep. What are some of the best moments in Maliau Basin? For me personally, and it differs from people for people, but for me the best moment in Maliau Basin is when we did our trek of more than 15 km and we finally reached Maliau Falls, because you have to walk for about at least 5 to 6 hours before you reach Maliau Falls. And Maliau Falls is amazing. When you see it in picture, it looks very mild and normal, but the moment you are standing there in front there and experiencing it yourself, the magnificence of the waterfall is just madness. So for me personally, one of my highlights for the trip is definitely when we finally reach Maliau Falls and when I finally get to see it with my own eyes. Are there any rare plants or animal in Maliau Basin? Yes, there is a lot. According to the rangers, there is orang-utans, there is hornbills, but unfortunately I did not get to see it during my trek. But for plants-wise, because they can't run away, so I saw some. There are really big trees that you can see over there, but surprisingly, you can actually find the world's smallest Nephentes. You can actually find the world's smallest monkey cub in the Maliau Basin Trek. So it's so small that they will put a 1-cent coin right beside the monkey cub so that you can actually see how small the monkey cub is. And it's very easy to miss, but the guide will actually point you towards it. But you know what? If you're lucky, even there are reports that you can actually see elephants there. So it depends on you. But for me, we only saw very common ones like Sabah deers and a few different wild boars. That's it. I tahan sampai. Hey guys, if you want to watch more videos from PTT Outdoor, make sure you click the link over here. And if you like the content that we make sure you smash the subscribe button right here.